Are we ready?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back to All Chiefed Up. This is the player special. Today, we are going to be looking at Darian Kinnard, offensive tackle for Kentucky. If you've been watching our previous ones, we appreciate it. Thanks for the likes, the comments. Be sure to subscribe. A lot of people are watching, but you're not subscribed. We need those subscribers. So hit the little bell notification, get that going. Yeah, let's talk about Darian Kinnard. Steve, what do you got?
Offensive tackle. He's number 75 for the Chiefs. We took him round 5. We traded up to pick 145 to grab Darian Kinnard. He was born December 29th, 1999, 22 years old. Born in Youngstown, Ohio, so he's an Ohio boy. 6'5", 345. He's got 35-inch arms, and he's got massive 11-inch and a quarter hands. So very cool. Kinnard also, grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee, and Kingsport, Tennessee. And he actually went to high school his freshman year in Kingsport at Dobbins Bennett. He did 1 year there, and then he moved to Cleveland, Ohio, and did the last 3 years of his high school at St. Agnes.
He was a top 100 recruit out of high school, St. Ignatius High School in Ohio. So, I mean, the kid could play. It's kind of funny. He was born in Tennessee, ended up in Ohio, and then played college at Kentucky, the biggest rival of all of them. So
right, and he
hilarious.
actually got an offer from Tennessee and still passed up. He actually passed up on Penn State, Tennessee, and UCLA to go to UK.
Right, he passed up Purdue, Maryland, Iowa State, Minnesota, and Pittsburgh as well. That was all offered. He was a heck of an offensive tackle. Like, this kid was a good recruit. We'll go ahead and just jump right over to his college game. In 2020. He was a third-team AP All-American and a second-team All-SEC. And then his senior year, 2021, last year, first-team All-American AP. And he won the SEC Jacobs blocking trophy as the conference top offensive lineman as right tackle. So, I mean, that's big coming against the players from Georgia and your Alabamas. Evan Neal, one of the top 2, 3, 5 picks. I don't remember what he was exactly, but he was there. He was a tackle, and Kinnard beat him out for the Jacobs blocking trophy. So,
right,
big competition.
We're Kentucky fans. We're from Kentucky. We watched a lot of Darian Kinnard this last season. Dude's super solid. He plays mean. I just love him. I think some of his strengths that he has, he's just got the oak tree frame. He's very proportional all the way down. He's a big dude. He's got premium wingspan, and his hands, like I said earlier, are absolutely enormous. He generates instant movement if his technique's on. He gets a little sloppy sometimes, but if his technique's on, instant movement from him. He looks for physical and nasty block finishes. That's probably my favorite quality about him. Trevor Penning got a lot of hype for that in the draft, but Darian Kinnard's just like that. He finished strong. He's looking for that nasty finish, which is awesome because you got to love that mentality. He also maintains his balance and composure when he's doing his punch, man. So, definitely some good stuff. A lot of people thought he was going to be kicked down into guard in the NFL, which is funny because a lot of my player comps, which we'll talk about later, are actually guards. But Kinnard's got the size and the strength and everything to stay on that right tackle position, and I think that's where he's going to be for the Chiefs. What did you see about Kinnard that you liked, Mike?
Yeah, I thought first and foremost, he's nasty. He's mean. He likes to finish his blocks. He's a mauler. He's a big dude. He uses his physical size to beat you and to wear you out. And we watched him do that against some premium defensive ends in the SEC. His wingspan, as you mentioned, pretty big. But the thing I liked about him, he has good ankle flexion, to be honest. Like, that helps him anchor down. That helps him, take on those edge rushers with power moves and things. I really like that. For some cons, I guess we'll talk about a few cons. What I seen is I thought he was kind of limited with his lateral movement, his left and right movement, which is why they probably wanted to think he could kick inside the guard. I thought maybe that could be a possibility, but the kid wants to play tackle, and I think if he puts his mind to it, he'll be able to do it.
Easily.
He does need to improve his handwork at the point of attack sometimes, and his footwork gets a little sloppy, and his overall technique, he slacks a little bit. But this is something that you're going to coach him up. Not every recruit's perfect. Kentucky coaches and a lot of people thought that he was a third round pick at worst. And there was some Kentucky coaches that thought that if their previous offensive line coach, I think he died actually. I think he passed. I'm not for sure, or he either moved on, but I'm pretty sure he passed. He actually helped recruit Kinnard and developed him at UK. And he said if he wouldn't have passed and that Kinnard could have got to work with him, that Kinnard was a top 10 pick. They firmly believe that. He was a first round pick and probably top 10. So everybody loves Darian Kinnard. Anybody that gets around him for 10 minutes likes his football character and his his IQ and everything. And he's a good kid, I guess.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are just kind of worried about his pass pro, which if you watch the footage, he does get a little lackadaisical with his pass punch. And it's like you said, his footwork needs some improvement. Sometimes he likes to overset. That needs to be monitored by the coaches as well. But I mean, overall, I just think that he's going to get coached up, and this guy's going to be a starting right tackle in the league. I don't see why he couldn't be.
Yeah, I think he's coming into a position here with Kansas City where we're relying on Lucas Niang. And let's be honest, I'm not a fan of Lucas Niang. I don't think he's all that great. I think for what we drafted him at, I think that they thought there was value there, but it's just not panning out. He's got a lot of injuries. You're just going to have a chain of injuries. Like, I don't mean to curse the guy, but once those big guys start having injuries in your hips, in your knees, you'll eventually, it's going to work its way down. It'll get to your Achilles. It'll get to all the different things.
Kinnard's going to take his job. The only other person that might give him a little bit of a push for that position is going to be Wiley. And of course, everybody knows Andrew Wiley and what he can do. But I feel like he's more of the backup. I feel like Kinnard's going to take that spot and finish off that offensive line. So super excited about that. Like I said earlier, I got some player comps on him. Mike, who did you get?
Oh, Chiefs Kingdom's going to love this. I seen at 6'5", 320, a fellow SEC player. He played at Arkansas. And the way he mauls people and moved them and the way he finished just reminds me so much of watching, 2000s Chiefs. I seen Willie Roaf. Wow. All pro Bowl, Hall of Famer Willie Roaf. That's who I seen.
That's a bold comp right there.
I comp Joshua Williams to Antonio Cromartie. So, come on. I'm not shying away from the comps. I don't know if they'll live up to them. It's just who I've seen. I've seen flashes of these players. Yeah. And if they get to that level, that's who I see. Like, sky's the limit for these guys on a lot of them. So I think he could get the Willie Roaf if he, gets coached up and he gets his opportunity and he takes it seriously. All these guys can develop. We got a good coaching staff.
Right. Chiefs Kingdom, you're going to love my comp as well. Actually comping him to a guy that played guard for the Chargers and the Broncos. I don't know if you guys remember Luis Vasquez, but that's what I see when I see Darian Kinnard. Also, Cody Ford, also a guard. I see a lot of that. But I just think that Darian Kinnard has a little bit more strength than the two previous guys that I mentioned. Definitely got the bigger wingspan and everything. And I think he's made for the right tackle position. You'll never see him go over to the left tackle and make a big boatload of money or anything like that. But Kinnard's going to be a solid right tackle in the league. That's just what I think.
Yeah. You know what I thought was cool? I was talking about Vince Morrow earlier, who's, if you're familiar with the Kentucky program, Vince Morrow is one of the guys that he's invaluable to this program and the turnaround that he's had with Stoops. But, I don't know if he actually told him this. I got a quote that he told Kinnard. He said he told Kinnard in an interview. I don't know if it was before or after the draft, but I'm pretty sure it was before when you hear the way it was, it was worded. But you got to hear this quote. It's pretty awesome. He says, Vince Morrow says, I told Kinnard, no matter where you go, thank the good Lord, and you better play pissed off.
Nice.
You sometimes can go to a place where you don't win and you're miserable. Or you can go to a team like the Chiefs and you can play for high stakes. So did he manifest this for Kansas City? Because I know that Sky Moore's family kind of manifested it too.
Look, so I kind of manifested Darian Kinnard as well, if you remember. So I think what you don't know is me and Vince Morrow actually got together and we conjured this up and we made it reality, man.
You sacrificed something. We don't know.
Sacrificed a goat to Roger Goodell.
I hate Roger Goodell. Does anybody like that guy? Okay.
Not really.
I'm just really impressed by Brett Veach's draft. Here we are like 6-7 players in, and we just keep stud after stud here. Like Veach done such an amazing job, and I'm so excited to see how these guys go. And we're in mandatory OTAs right now, so I'm excited to start getting some news about these kids and seeing how they're adjusting.
Yeah, like I had previously said, I feel like this was just the cherry on top to all the work that Brett Veach did on the offensive line last offseason. Like the only questionable spot on that line was right tackle, and I think he saw his guy with Kinnard, and he fell so far. It was just crazy. And he actually, you know, when he had the opportunity, he traded up, took him, and I think that was, like I said, it's a little cherry on top. I think that's what wraps this offensive line up and could put it over the top.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kinnard's going to be a steal. I think he's going to be a steal. I think, like you said, I think he's going to win the starting right tackle job at some point, and he won't look back.
Darian Kinnard, if you guys think he's going to take that starting right tackle job, put it down in the comments. Let us know what you think. Also, give this video a like. If you learned anything about Kinnard, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you guys are giving us 5 stars, leaving a review. We'll be back. We're going to do the next pick in the NFL draft for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2022, which would be who, Mike?
I think it's Jalen Watson, isn't it?
I believe so. It's Jalen Watson.
And then we got a little Isaiah Pacheco action coming up.
And then we'll have Najee Johnson. And then we're also going to do a couple of the UDFA. So make sure you guys come back, stick around, hit that little notification. Make sure you're getting these videos coming up in your notifications. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Baby, you're the one for me. Baby, you were meant for me.